right, here we go. Look out! Oh, my goodness! What's up? Oh, my, baby. Oh, baby! Monkey! Check him out. Oh, man. Here it is. We tip off our show by taking you into the action in the Western Conference, starting with a high-flying LA Lakers. In Golden State, the Lakers got more than they bargained for from the struggling Warriors. Los Angeles, who had beaten Golden State in their past 8 meetings, managed to take just a 3-point lead into the 4th quarter. Bryant, look at that move. But Joe Smith scored 8 of his 27 points in the 4th quarter as the Warriors pulled off the shocker.
And the Warriors are going to win it.
3 nights later, the Lakers looked to snap a 3-game losing streak against Charles Barkley and the Midwest Division leading Houston Rockets. The Lakers cruised behind Rick Fox, who had his best game as a Laker, scoring 30 points on 12 of 15 shooting. They also got a lift from Kobe Bryant, who scored a career-high 27.
17, man, he is on a roll.
The Seattle Sonics are also on a roll, and this past week, they continued their dominance over the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Beautiful spin move by Gary Tate.
The Sonics have now won a league record 26 straight against Minnesota. Following a win over the Portland Trailblazers, the Sonics were home to host the Los Angeles Clippers. Led by Brent Berry, the Clippers rallied to overcome a 9-point halftime deficit.
And the Clippers have taken the lead.
But the Sonics got the ball to Sam Perkins, who was perfect from the field.
Benjamin flips the 3 and scores. Sam Perkins.
We're a young team and knowing each other, and it took a lot. It helped us tonight. We grew together a little bit. Winning close games bonds you, and there's a chemistry developing that I think we all like right now.
The Sonics beat the Clippers again 2 nights later for their 4th straight win. But Seattle, which holds the league's best overall record, has just a slim lead over the Lakers in the Pacific. The Suns are in 3rd, followed by the Trailblazers, Kings, Warriors, and Clippers. Now, we take you back into the action in the Midwest Division with the surging San Antonio Spurs. After losing 3 straight games, the Spurs turned to veterans David Robinson and Avery Johnson to help get them back on track against the Clippers.
Look at Robinson fill that win.
The Admiral led the way with 30 points, but it was their point guard Avery Johnson who fueled the Spurs with a career-high 20 assists.
Thank you, Benny Del Negro.
The Spurs led from start to finish as they snapped their losing streak with a 15-point win. Up next were the Orlando Magic, who quickly met the Spurs' big man.
Duncan, beautiful pass for Robinson. Done.
But with David Robinson on the sideline with foul trouble, the burden would fall on Tim Duncan. And the rookie was up to the task, scoring a season-high 32 points and grabbing 11 rebounds as he led the Spurs to their 2nd straight victory.
San Antonio Spurs in every way. Wow. It's an avalanche now.
Everything just started pulling together, and I know we're not all the way back yet, but we're getting it.
With their hot streak, the Spurs find themselves in 3rd place in the Midwest Division. They trail the Houston Rockets and Utah Jazz. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in 4th place, followed by the Grizzlies, Mavericks, and Nuggets. Time now to log on to NBA.com for the latest on several key knee injuries. After tearing cartilage in his left knee, All-Star Penny Hardaway will be lost to the Orlando Magic for 8 to 10 weeks. Meanwhile, suffering a knee injury of his own is Phoenix guard Kevin Johnson, who's expected to miss 6 weeks of action. And joining them on the sidelines will be Portland point guard John Crotty. He'll be out 8 to 12 weeks with an injury suffered against Minnesota. Next, a 16-year veteran and 4-time All-Star decides it's time to retire.
A great round of applause for a guy who had some great years here in the Valley of the Sun. In fact, a standing ovation for Tom Chambers.
In his career, Tom Chambers played for 6 different NBA teams and scored more than 20,000 points. Chambers retires as the league's 24th all-time leading scorer.
PJ to Chambers.
Now, let's go to Indiana, where a Pacer guard achieved a special milestone. Point guard Mark Jackson, who led the NBA in assists last season and ranks 5th this year, recently joined an exclusive club made up of the best assist men in NBA history.
He is now over 7,000 for his career. That's 7th all time.
And finally, let's take a look at the NBA's Player of the Week. Charlotte's Glenn Rice received this week's honor as he led the Hornets to a 4-0 record. Rice averaged over 25 points in 4 wins, and he shot a sizzling 62% from three-point range.
G Money strokes his 5th triple of the night. Rice on the move. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Glenn Rice.
Now it's time to check out this week's viewer email. Raul Miranda from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic asks, how many sets of brothers play in the NBA? The answer is 4. Horace Grant plays for the Magic, while twin brother Harvey plays with the Wizards. There's also Mark Price of Orlando and his brother Brent, who plays for the Rockets. Plus the Barry brothers. Brent's with the LA Clippers, while John's on the Lakers. Finally, there's Wesley Person of the Cavs and brother Chuck with the Spurs. Coming up, we'll go back into the action in the Eastern Conference, where the Orlando Magic were one of the hottest teams of the week. Then, we'll show you why Knicks superstar Patrick Ewing was a real hot shot against the Timberwolves.
Up shot from Patrick Ewing.
Time now for the Spalding Ball Handling Performance of the Week, featuring Celtic point guard Tyus Edney.
Edney spins in the lane. Tyus! Boy, he showed it to Juan Howard, pulled it back and went around him. What a play! Take it to the hoop, Tyus.
Now let's get back into the action in the Central Division, where Charlotte was looking to snap Cleveland's 10-game winning streak. Mike Fratello's Cavs came out sizzling, building up a 16-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Sean Kemp did most of the damage, dominating the Hornets down low.
Sean Kemp punched it down.
But then, Glenn Rice started to heat up.
For 3! Wow! What a shot by Glenn! 3-3 on the shot clock. Rice has to go up with it, and does. Yes!
Hitting 9 of 15 three-pointers, the Hornets edged the Cavs by 1 point, and the streak was over.
This was a game we could have won. A game that was right there for us. We'll come back and regroup. And like I said, start a new streak.
It's tough to be a little upset after you won 10 in a row. The thing is now is you're kind of glad it's happened. You got that streak over, but you don't have to worry about that anymore. You can concentrate back to the basics now, and you got to go back with the defense again.
In Detroit, the Pistons were looking for their 3rd win in a row as they hosted the New Jersey Nets. And after falling behind by 10 points, Detroit fought back behind smooth shooting veteran Joe Dumars.
Joe D with the long gun. Got it! Joe D coming along. Joe for 3 from the top. And it dropped. String music.
It's just like fine wine. You know, those great ones like Michael and Joe, they find ways to get better. It's mentally or doing the little things, and that's what Joe does.
Yeah, Detroit was on a roll, and they kept it going against Boston. This time, the hero was Brian Williams. He grabbed 15 rebounds to go with a season-high 31 points as he out-muscled and out-hustled Rick Pitino's Celtics.
Brian Williams trying to save it. Does to Theo. Joe again. He hits it.
I love getting the crowd into it. We love hearing the noise. And most of all, we love playing well and winning the game.
Despite their recent success, the Pistons still find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division. The Atlanta Hawks remain on top, with Cleveland in 2nd place. The Hornets are in 3rd, followed closely by the Pacers and the Bulls. Now let's get you back into the action as we head to the Atlantic Division to check out the surprising Orlando Magic. The Magic were looking to end an 11-game losing streak against the Chicago Bulls.
The defending world champions are in the house, and it's a packed house here at the Orlando Arena.
And ex-Bull Horace Grant was taking it right to his former team.
Grant inside, had the goggles knocked off, laid it in, and took the punishment.
Ronnie Cycli had a game-high 26 points.
Cycli up and under, what a move.
Well, he's definitely making it work right now.
They played a hard basketball game, and we did not want to give it up. We fought till the end, and we got ourselves a win and got the fans a win.
Still playing without Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, and Derek Strong, Cycli came up big again, this time against Dallas.
Cycli rebounds, right back up. Have no horn. Score the bucket for Rony Cycli.
And coming back to haunt Dallas was former Mav Derek Harper.
Harper fires. Derek Harper with perhaps the game winner for the Orlando Magic.
Harper's three sealed the win. The Magic had their 4-game winning streak snapped by the Spurs, but they remain in second place in the Atlantic, just behind the Miami Heat. The New York Knicks are in third place, followed by the Nets, Celtics, Wizards, and Sixers. Time now for Hot Shots, where we highlight the best performances of the week. In the midst of a 17-game losing streak, the Toronto Raptors found a hot hand in Walt Williams. Against Philadelphia, the Raptors fell behind by 18 points. But then, Williams took over the game, scoring 14 points in the second quarter.
Walt Williams hammers home a three. Williams for three, yes. Walt Williams having himself a first half.
After pouring in 23 points in the first half, Walt picked up right where he left off in the second half.
Williams again for three, yes. Walt Williams, somebody's got to go get him.
The Wizard was lighting it up from long range, nailing 6 out of 8 3-pointers. And with Williams hitting from all angles, the Raptors finally had a win.
Holy cow, what a beautiful play by Walt Williams. The Toronto Raptors take that losing streak and toss it into this cold Philadelphia night.
In leading Toronto to a 104-97 victory, Walt Williams shot 11 of 18 from the field and finished with 39 points. That's just 1 point shy of his career high. Now let's take a look at the league leaders in three-point shooting. On top is Chicago's Tony Kukoc. He's followed by the Knicks' Charlie Ward, the Suns' Steve Nash, and the Pacers' Reggie Miller. Having lost 4 of their last 5 games, the New York Knicks look to their leader, Patrick Ewing, to turn things around. And against the visiting Timberwolves, Patrick delivered a big-time performance. The Knicks center had a knack for being in the right place at the right time.
Also knocks it right for Ewing, and he finishes it off.
Ewing had his patented jump shot working all night long. Yes, Patrick was scoring at will against the overmatched Timberwolves.
Here's a nice feed to Patrick Ewing, and Patrick Ewing continues to be red hot. Against Hammond, and Patrick Ewing dominating here in the third quarter.
There was nothing Minnesota could do, as Ewing scorched them for 17 points in the third quarter alone. Patrick finished with a season-high 34 points and became the first Knick to break the 30-point mark this season.
All the shots I took in the first half, they felt good. They didn't go in, but they felt good. And, you know, as long as I keep on believing in them, then it's going to start falling, and I just kept on taking them.
In the Knicks' 107-103 win, Patrick Ewing had a tremendous all-around game, shooting 12 of 23 from the field. Patrick also pulled down 12 rebounds, and he blocked 3 shots. Now let's take a look at this week's NBA scoring leaders. Chicago's Michael Jordan still on top, averaging 26.4 points a game. Karl Malone's in second with David Robinson in third. They're followed by Glenn Rice and Mitch Richmond. Coming up next on NBA Action, we'll check out some of the best plays as described by the players themselves in Chalk Talk. Then we're coming right at you with all the wild and wacky plays of the week in the Highlight Zone.
Just an awful pass.
Now it's time to break down the basketball basics and take a unique look at how the game is played at the highest level in Chalk Talk. In the NBA, there's nothing more memorable than a truly great shot, especially for the players who make them. Let's go around the league and relive some personal favorites, starting with Eric Murdoch.
Pretty much trying to save it like from the deep corner, like just threw it back over my head like that, and went in.
Murdoch throws it up, and he goes in! Threw it up in the air from behind the glass.
It was one of those shots that, you know, if you practice it 1,000 times, it'll never go in.
Antonio McDyess's greatest shot came at the expense of one of the game's best big men.
Jalen Rose was posted up, and he kind of threw the ball behind his head, and Hakeem was under the goal and come in and dumped the ball, seemed like over his back.
He just leaped right over him.
It was a great feeling at the time.
Rex Chapman's biggest shot came in the first round of last year's playoffs against Seattle.
Down by a few points, and we know we need a 3-point goal. We drew up a play that we'd run a few times in practice. It was a big play.
Chapman for the tie.
Now we take you to another dimension as we check out some of the week's best plays in the highlight zone. Hungry for some highlights? Well, we've got some for you. Let's start with some tasty jazz.
It's on the move. Yes. Stretching the forces. My goodness.
Avery Johnson. And look at that. Both big guys run the floor, and it's the second guy, Duncan, with the jam.
Here's Chris Carr on the break, and he flies into a jam and throws a little salute to the crowd.
Sorry, son, no more sugar for you. But you can still check out some of these sweet dishes.
Giving it off to Bennett, who slam dunks.
1 on 3 breaks, so Ward wisely slows it down. Now decides to go in, feeds Buckley. Beautiful play from Charlie Ward.
Jordan, a little acceleration. How did he find Longley in the lane?
Going someplace, though? Well, these buzzer beaters will only take a second.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there's lots of great shots in the zone. Unfortunately, not all of them count. Just like this heave from Rasheed Wallace.
Oh, and after the buzzer.
And this one by Allen Iverson didn't count either.
Iverson, yes!
Oh, my! And here's one from Otis Thorpe. Sorry, it didn't count either.
Given away in time. Oh, he threw up a prayer. Hook shot that goes down.
Come on, Sam Mack. We told you they don't count. Oh, but you can count on leaving the zone with a full menu of alley-oops, served up by some of the league's high flyers.
Underneath the covering, dunk from Fisher. A beautiful 35-foot pass right on the money for a two-hand slam. Oh, look at the alley-oop from Antoine Walker to Mercer.
Mercer up top. Thomas lands for 2.
Look at the kiss. Oh, mama.
My game is like I want to be a guard, but I'm a big man.
Right, look at this. And a looker.
What a play by Austin.
I like to have fun, and I'm going to have fun doing it.
Here, nice pass. Ike says to Tim, thank you very much.
Now, the Miami center, who's one of the league's biggest comeback stories, is holding court.
At center, 6'10" from Arizona State, number 8, Isaac Austin.
Hardaway for Austin. Look out! Yes, sir! Austin. Oh, my! What a shot! Back to Ike. 5 to shoot. Ike. Oh, my gosh! What a play by Ike!
We are seeing a new Ike Austin.
But for Ike Austin, times haven't always been so great. After 2 seasons with Utah, he was released and spent the next 3 years trying to get back to the NBA.
I just felt that I had failed. I didn't achieve what I felt I had in me.
Last season, Pat Riley and the Miami Heat gave Austin another chance, and Ike made the most of it.
Oh, my! Ike Austin with a two-hand jammer.
The Heat on the run.
Here comes Ike with an under spike. Ike Austin with a vicious rejection.
Ike thrived in Riley's system and gave the Heat a big spark off the bench.
Backing in on Trent. Lost Trent. Dumped it home.
Proving he truly belonged in the NBA, Austin was rewarded for his effort as he was named the league's most improved player.
I mean, I felt great. I felt that I've accomplished my goal. That was icing on the cake. That I accomplished what I wanted to do, and that was to come back to the NBA, first of all, and then to be a player, to be somebody in this league.
And this season, with All-Star center Alonzo Mourning injured, Austin's role has expanded.
Weatherspoon denied by Ike Austin. Murdoch finding Day a corner triple. Oh,
Ike Austin.
And now, even though he's a starter, Ike continues working hard to improve.
Drop for Ike, makes the catch. Wallace with a defensive stop. And Ike on the third try, still doesn't go. 5 tries, and he got it.
He wants to be respected and considered a top player, and I think he's working much harder, and so he wants it. He wants to prove that he's better than a lot of people think he is, and he is producing that right now.
We like Ike! What a finish for Ike Austin.
All right, now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our courtside countdown. At number 10, it's the Indiana Pacers' Rick Smith.
Rick with a driving. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Rick.
At number 9,
off the window.
At number 7, it's the Miami Heat's Tim Hardaway.
Hardaway, over spinner. What a tremendous shot by Tim Hardaway.
Hardaway comes underneath. That didn't even get off the glass.
At number 6, the Sixers' Anthony Parker beats the clock.
Picked up by Parker. Parker lets it fly from half court.
Unbelievable. Coming in at number 5 this week, it's swingman Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, fake the wraparound. Pete Maravich. He faked a wraparound pass behind his back, and going under the score, Bryant sets the crowd on fire.
At 4, it's the Celtics' Walter McCarty to tie us at to Ron Mercer.
And McCarty steals it away.
Oh, Ron Mercer.
Shot the baseline by Ron Mercer.
At number 3, it's Sixers rookie Tim Thomas.
Thomas working over Newman and slams with the right hand. Wow. 2 dribbles and the quick spin just rose up and threw it down.
At number 2, it's the Magic's Darrell Armstrong with this hustle play.
Chicago hits it to the backcourt. Darrell Armstrong dives, saves to Harper. Do you believe that? Oh, what a play. Man, oh man, that's giving up your body and getting something good because you did.
And the number 1 play of the week is the Suns' Jason Kidd to Antonio McDyess.
Oh my, what a play. An assist from Kidd to McDyess. This is a highlight reel.
That's it for this week's show. Remember, you can vote for your favorite player in this year's All-Star Game by logging on to NBA.com. I'm Jim Fagan for NBA.